Tonight on WFA Reborn, in a rematch, no disqualification. Let's not waste any more time, let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here, you're about to see another fantastic episode of WFA Reborn. We've got two massive matches on hand tonight, and we're kicking things off in a very big way with God's greatest creation.
Introducing first, a gift sent from heaven at the perfect height and the perfect weight. He is God.
My present
Jeriel Rivera.
Yes, indeed, Jeriel Rivera has made quite the impression here in WFA as he continues to navigate the tough waters of the competition on this roster, looking for an opportunity at the WFA Heavyweight Championship. It is in his sights. Look at the man's physique, absolutely put together. A superstar in the making if I've ever seen one, but tonight, perhaps his toughest test to date as he takes on the it factor himself, Scott Reed, the face of WFA himself. Primed and ready, full of confidence, Jeriel Rivera is the total package, ladies and gentlemen. But you hear the noise being made.
This is my last resort. No breathing.
Hold your breath, here he comes. Always a great reception for the It Factor. He has put his body and soul on the line to defend and carry the flag of the WFA, creating an avenue of professional wrestling entertainment here for all these fans in Concord, New Hampshire, and they love him for it. But now has his sights set on ascending the ranks as well and getting another shot at that WFA Heavyweight Championship, coming so close on two occasions. To superfan John Austin, Scott Reed looking to get a W back in the collar, but Jeriel Rivera stands in his way here tonight. Gotta love the energy Scott Reed brings to the ring. Can it translate to success in the ring? We're gonna find out real soon. As Jeriel Rivera now back on the apron, asking for some space. He knows this is his toughest challenge to date. But man, is he ever ready. Jeriel Rivera, super impressed with the man. Maybe not his attitude, but how he carries himself in the ring, at the gym, head and shoulders above the rest. Both men taking their time here. Gonna lock horns to start things off in just a heartbeat, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget our main event tonight, Moshpit, our former WFA champion, climbing back into the ring, and he is looking to put a hurting on somebody. Don't go anywhere. You can see now Reed and Rivera circling, looking for the opening. There it is. Collar elbow tie up center of the ring here, jockeying for position. Scott Reed a little bigger, but Rivera no slouch himself in the physique aspect of this industry. Trying to get a clean break. Got to count till 5. Rivera lets go. And whose ego is going to get bruised first? Reed looking to avoid a cheap shot there, getting behind the official, creating a little distance between them. and never know in the sport of professional wrestling. We look to lock horns here again. Like two bulls colliding, center of the ring here. Again, jockeying for position, but evenly matched. Reed very impressed here with Rivera coming off the ropes. Oh, double shoulder tackle. Neither man moving a muscle here. Coming off again, colliding center of the ring. Rivera holding his own against the veteran. Oh, how was that?
You wanna go again? Hit that way. Come on.
Going tit for tat. Rivera trying to block him though. Reed slapping on his side, headlock instead to not let Rivera out of his reach. Keep him in the center of the ring, keep him in his grasp so he doesn't try any sort of tricks here. Rivera though using his own strength and leverage, trying to get the side headlock as well. Reed though with the kidney punch, able to break it, gets the shoulder tackle, and Reed is the first man down. And Rivera, chip on his shoulder, very proud of that feat, but the 3 count is all that matters in the end here. Leapfrog by Reed, coming in center of the ring, massive shoulder tackle by the It Factor, and Rivera knocked right out of his boots there. Beautiful hip toss back to the center of the ring here, and Rivera trying to backpedal, but walks right into an arm drag. One more time, center of the ring, eats a drop kick, does Jeriel Rivera, who is now on the ropes and in a ton of trouble as the It Factor mounts a little bit of momentum here. Sidesteps that, rolls through the clothesline attempt, and power slam! And a beauty. Scott Reed perhaps looking to seal the deal early here. Has Rivera absolutely reeling in the corner. He's got a measure. We've seen him many times with the spear. No, Rivera countering with the knee and a stiff one. Now driving his knee into the forehead of Reed and a neck breaker, center of the ring, exactly where you need the veteran. And Jeriel Rivera, after taking that beating on his feet and large and in charge. Now putting the boots to Scott Reed in the corner here, trying to extract a whole lot of energy there that almost put him away. Trying to wear him down, trying to get his shoulders down for a 3 count is Rivera. God's greatest creation, man. It's hard to argue the fact. That's a hard shot there into the sides, the ribs to make Scott Reed breathe a little harder, work a little harder to get those oxygen into those lungs as he continues to compete in athletic competition. Reed though, firing back, always a ton of fight in him. But Rivera shutting him right down with those shots, and now, creating a little too much distance there, giving Reed a little bit of an edge here. The crowd really wants to see Reed come back alive, but Rivera again hanging onto the arm for a second time in this matchup. But Reed has a backup plan, waiting in the wings, trapping Rivera, but he's able to escape that fireman's carry position, and trying a sling blade there. Reed though, Rivera leaning on the edge, about to take a ride power bomb. Center of the ring, 2 in. Oh, so close. But Rivera, the right shoulder up, able to kick out at the very last second. What an opening contest this has been. One of my favorite contests as of late. Both men, prime physique, prime position to take the championship off the shoulders of John Austin. Who's going to walk away with the win here tonight? Rivera able to sneak away to the apron there with that suplex attempt. And all side kick there, catching Reed in the jaw. And now coming out with a jawbreaker there. Cover, count, and Reed with the shoulder up at the very last second. And now it's Scott Reed, the It Factor, who is in a lot of trouble. Rivera very much in command, but has to get his temper under control here. A little bit of a rookie mistake, taking his time to express his frustrations when he should be unleashing much more punishment and trying to finish off his opponent. Rivera, maybe you heard me, looking to lock it in perhaps. Reed is done, he says, has him up. Look at the power of Rivera, able to hoist a massive frame of Scott Reed up that high. Misses the splash in the corner though, and there's the spear. He pinned the champion before with that maneuver, and he's able to pin Rivera with the 3 count. Man, does it get any better than that? Kicking off WFA Reborn. Scott Reed with a victory. And props to Jeriel Rivera, who brought it tonight. Fantastic effort. but the 3 count is all that matters in the end, and that nod goes to the Ed Factor, Scott Reed tonight. Jeriel Rivera, of course, will live to fight another day, and speaking of another day, if you want to catch us and you're in the New England pro wrestling area, check out the following video to see when WFA is coming back to Concord, New Hampshire next. Familiar face making his way to the ring is Sean Vegan Keegan. The man took on Moshpit in a impromptu hardcore match. And he gave the champ his money's worth, and it looks like Keegan has something to say, ladies and gentlemen.
Go find out.
Go eat a steak.
As if I'm going to take nutrition advice from someone setting foot in a gym for the first time in their life. 1% of the U.S. population describes themselves as vegan. Now, they're in good company with SVK, the Sean Vegan Keegan.
I don't care.
That number drops to approximately 0% in New Hampshire. And in Concord, let's just say it shows.
Trashing this audience.
I've come from Massachusetts.
I'm making any friends here tonight.
I come from Massachusetts to lend you. It's a compliment. To lend you a bit of compassion, wisdom, class. Because plant-based pundits like me have superior intellect, which is why it's all the more surprising and disappointing that I was tricked into a hardcore match with Moshpit last show. Fear not, for I prepared a cornucopia of scrappy offense so that you, Moshpit, will be eating your plants through a tube. But first, come get your just desserts.
Keegan begged, demanded a rematch with Moshpit. And it's time to turn it up to an 11 because he's gonna get it here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, not wasting any time here. Moshpit is ready to rock and roll. Steel chair in hand. Wait a minute here.
Listen, guys, if you don't remember, I'm co-general manager Paul Crockett. Moshpit, listen, I know you want to get your hands on him. I understand that. But we already lost you to injury recently. We can't afford to lose you again. So unfortunately, I don't want to do this, but this is not going to be a no disqualification.
The controversial, the unpopular call.
But this is just going to be straight up one-on-one, and that's the way it's going to be.
And as unpopular as that choice is by co-general manager Paul Crockett, I tend to agree. Moshpit has been burning the candle at both ends for a very, very long time, defending the WFA Heavyweight Championship match after match. Despite what his body was telling him, he finally shut down and lost everything, and it broke the man. And he rushed back from injury. He didn't take the time off he needed, and he's been working hurt for a very long time as Moshpit. So walking into a situation like this where Sean Vegan Keegan begs for the rematch in no disqualification, I don't blame Paul Crockett at all for turning this into a regular singles matchup. Props to him for trying to take care of the talent, take care of Moshpit, and make sure he can hopefully somehow recover despite what his mind is telling him. Gets a side headlock takedown now on Sean Vegan Keegan. Gets him center of the ring here. And SVK, maybe this was the plan to send Moshpit a little bit off his rocker. You're walking in expecting no disqualification. Now you've got to bring it down a notch. You've got to settle down a little bit. You got to rework your game plan on the fly. Maybe he's trying to get in Moshpit's head a little bit and try to get a big upset, and that'll skyrocket Sean Keegan up to the top contention for the WFA Heavyweight Championship. So we get a monkey flip now from Mosh. Keegan feeling the effects here as he rises to his feet, but in comes the former champion clothesline off the middle rope here. And Moshpit doesn't look like the rule change is affecting him too much. He is still very much in control of this thing, dictating the pace, throwing Sean Vegan Keegan around. Sean Vegan Keegan ready to go for the ride here. Suplex. It looks like Sean Vegan Keegan has just been welcomed to the pit. Moshpit looking in great shape. Got the horns out, he is ready, tuning up the band. In comes Mosh. Oh, Keegan having an answer for it though. Getting his shot in on Mosh. Absolutely rocked him. And now smashing his skull into the frame of the ring. Solid steel, ladies and gentlemen, underneath there. There is no forgiveness whatsoever in that. Oh, you heard the forearm shot as well. Keegan is not playing around. European uppercut now, and Moshpit is out on the outside of the ring here. And having an answer a little bit here for Keegan, but firing back once again. Back into the apron is Moshpit, and he's in a bunch of trouble here, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you happy?
Keegan breaking up that 10 count. Back on the outside of the ring, though, for something that was no disqualification. Keegan spending a lot of time on the outside of the ring and using that ring as a weapon as he just drops Moshpit now on that ring frame. Again, solid steel and plywood, no flexing whatsoever. It is so stiff, it's like running into a cement wall when you hit that area of the ring. And you see Moshpit again just down and out, sucking wind so badly. Just a couple of crazy shots like that using the ring changes the whole complexion of this. As Sean Vegan Keegan bring a trash can into the ring. That looks like the same trash can from their last encounter. But again, this is not no disqualification. This is just a singles match, so I'm not sure what SVK has planned here. But it looks like he has a plan. What has he got now? We saw him bring out some, what is it, some lettuce before? Some greens?
Wouldn't you like to know?
What does he, oh! He hit him with that foreign object. He's keeping it shielded from the referee's eyes. He can't see what's going on here. Now has Moshpit up against the guardrail for a solid knife edge chop, cutting through the flesh of the former champion. And now again, using that steel frame of the ring as a weapon. Pulling out a, is that an eggplant?
You know the big energy of this.
That's exactly what it is. He's got an eggplant.
Plant him in the frickin' canvas. This is for his own good.
Oh, Moshpit though. Not wanting to have anything to do with that, and now eating a headbutt is Keegan from Moshpit, who is fired up and ready to bring it back into the ring and get this thing back under control. Moshpit, all the fight in the world in him as well. Just like Scott Reed, the man bleeds WFA. Solid shot to the jaw, another headbutt sends Keegan down. And now reeling, but up at a fireman's carry. Moshpit looking to finish things off. Keegan, though, an answer for everything right now that Moshpit's throwing at him. Has Mosh now up on his shoulders, but Mosh able to fight out of that precarious position. Looking for a body slam. No. Ooh, what's going on here? Different plan. Oh my goodness, driving him into the mat. That's a heck of an answer to Keegan's offense. And now what's Moshpit doing here? Should have went for the cover. Should have tried to finish this thing off, but Moshpit maybe has some ulterior motives here in this matchup. The crowd chanting for some bacon. We did see an eggplant. You never know what you're going to see in the world of professional wrestling, but it looks like Sean Vegan Keegan is going to see a steel chair in his future. The referee begging, pleading Moshpit to put it aside. He does not want to get involved. Moshpit incensed. We heard it last time. Thinking twice, perhaps? Moshpit really thinking hard about whether or not to use that steel chair. Doesn't want to risk disqualification. Wants another shot at the WFA Heavyweight Championship. And if he uses that steel chair, he's going to drop more and more down that ladder and get further away from his redemption with the gold. Oh, he hit it! He hit him anyways!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by disqualification, Keegan.
What is going on inside the head of Moshpit? Sean Vegan Keegan walking away with a victory with an asterisk beside it. Moshpit, we did hear him last time after his match with Sean Vegan Keegan. He wants gold. He wants the man who smashed that glass vase over his head, who stole his heavyweight championship. And it looks like we're going to hear from the heavy metalweight himself here before Reborn closes up.
This is what it comes down to, huh?
Eggplants and butter dry.
Mr. Crockett. After everything I've done for this company, for over 2 years, I've been a good little soldier. I've stood up straight. I've said yes, sir, and I've done everything that's been asked of me. And this is how I get thanked. It's getting kneecapped by the commissioner himself.
Screw you, Crockett!
If you think for a second that I buy that this is because of my health and you're protecting me,
BS.
Moshpit, his own
I
worst
don't even have
enemy.
anything to say to that. That's what it is. If you think that you're keeping me safe, if you think that you're keeping anyone back there safe, you are dead wrong. Dead wrong! I'm inclined to turn this whole place into my own personal circle pit.
He will do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Go!
You know what? Maybe I will do that. It's time Moshpit started getting what he wanted.
Moshpit fired up and ready for action. You're gonna have to tune in next week, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Duke Boys and tag team action and plenty more where that came from. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss any of it. Thanks for joining us this week.